So my guest this week are Meet Me at Dawn. Welcome back.
Hello.
It feels like only yesterday you were here.
I know, crazy. Yeah.
But I think it was about 2 months ago you were here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give or take, yeah.
Probably.
So you were promoting your last single, which was Dance of the Damned.
Yeah.
Correct.
And you announced on that interview that you'd be doing another single.
Yes, yeah,
we did indeed. We did.
Which is all done now.
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
it is finally finished. We did it.
And it's called I Can See the Sun.
It is.
Still called that?
It is
Yeah.
still called that. We haven't changed it.
Yep.
We have finally settled on that.
Alright. So you've chosen Local Distortion over the three-lettered corporation and the Monopoly Man to have the exclusive first play. Why did you choose Local Distortion?
Well, because of you, because we love
Because
you.
we just love you.
Oh, you're too kind.
No, but in all honesty, we're very appreciative of all the things you do for local bands, so we figured you'd be a big help.
Especially for the heavier kind of genres, it's a bit more open to
Definitely.
things than the three-lettered aforementioned corporation.
And you've got a cool shed. So.
Yeah, it's not a shed; it's a studio, Kieran. God.
I mean,
It's a studio.
Yeah.
And your t-shirts are actually more comfortable than I expected. So,
Yes.
did you
Oh,
not?
yeah. We have t-shirts. Yes.
Yeah,
Would
they
you like
don't
to show the camera,
Yeah,
Jake? Your
they
amazing
don't shrink
t-shirt.
in the wash either, which is very useful for someone
Top
like
quality t-shirts.
What
right
temperature
there.
did you watch them at, Jake?
I don't.
A normal 40. A normal 40 is fine.
40. No more, no less.
But yes.
Just don't do it.
£12 helps
Yeah.
out the channel, and it's looking very
They are
stylish.
comfortable.
Yes.
Plug done. Let's
Yeah.
continue.
Usually I do that at the end.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, well.
We'll do it now.
Oh well.
All right. So let's talk about the recording process, because you decided to pretty much make Ross do it.
Yeah,
Well, he very openly offered himself to do it. He loved, that's his thing.
yeah, because I can kind of use you guys for my coursework, so it all balances out.
Yeah, exactly.
But in all seriousness, that is your dream. Like you want to be a musician, but you want to be a producer.
Yeah, if you like, yeah.
But you said that to me. I'm following you.
Yeah,
It's a lot of responsibility, though, in a way.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
mean,
big task.
yeah. Although I will say I quite like working with these guys, because you guys give me ample time, because I'm very meticulous about things, which is kind of why it's taken so long. But
it's good. We've got time.
Yeah,
because you kind of said before that the last EP you kind of maybe rushed.
We
it a
rushed
tiny
it.
bit.
Yeah,
we did.
we're
'Cause
actually-
we just
I'm
wanted to get it out so quickly, and we didn't really stop to think like, is this actually good?
yeah.
It was. It was definitely. It was great.
But I mean, you could have
It's
taken
got
your
4 shots,
time
by the way.
a bit more with.
Yeah,
those
we
songs.
should have.
I think you recorded vocals all in one day.
Yes,
every
we
single,
did, yeah.
Every single track.
We are actually. I mean, I'm actually planning on revisiting those mixes, and we're not going to re-release it. We're just sort of gonna.
It's called 4 Shots Reloaded.
No, it's not gonna.
It's called four
shots.
4 shots again.
Yeah.
Four shots to the
Yeah.
reckoning.
4 more shots.
But we're very much with that. There were outside influences that made us rush that and rush everything about that. But with the last single, Dance of the Damned, which obviously you heard last time we were here, especially with how much time we took on it and the production side with Ross, we really felt like we'd kind of cracked how to self-produce our music. So with this one, it was going into it with a bit more faith, going, oh well, we know how to do this, and we know Ross knows how to produce this kind of music, because the last one turned out very well, and obviously he's learning every day. So
Yeah. I think I'm already happier with how this one's sounding. So
no, definitely.
hopefully it's all up from here.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the structure of this song, because they're kind of, obviously there is a lot of progression since the last EP, and obviously the previous single was a re-release of an older song, and this is now brand new.
Yeah.
So what's kind of different and sets it apart from your previous tracks?
I mean, I think our writing process, we've gotten a little bit more experimental, just in the sense that we all want to explore our own individual influences, like more so. So I mean, like I feel like me and Ben are quite funk influenced players, for example. Jake, you're into all your classic rock and that. Kieran, you like music.
And then
that helps.
Yeah. And then me and Ross connect on like the progressive side. There we go,
Yeah. So I think we're all just sort of trying to delve further into just what we all individually want to do as musicians, and then try and make that work into one band.
And me and Kieran love a good ballad as well.
We
so
do.
that's
It's
how
quite like anthemic.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's kind of like it's got that sort of.
I think it will be
kick
very
in,
popular
like, the
in your live
chorus
set.
Yeah.
Just the way it's structured.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those things, like, it started off with me sending literally just the bare bones chorus to Kieran, and it was one of those songs where we kind of finished it, all of us, and any one of us could have finished it, but it took us finishing it, deciding we disliked a part, Ben and Ross rewriting a part.
We actually played it live a few times as well.
Yeah, exactly.
We've trialled
and then
and error.
afterwards decided that we were like, actually that bit's shit.
So like anyone could have finished it, but it took all of us. Basically, the song is literally everyone equally putting in. It's one of those first songs where usually, like, if during an EP, some songs have more people, it's input than others, and it will go across just how that is. But this song literally is like everyone put in exactly the same amount. And I listened to Ben on guitar solo stuff. Me and Kieran listened to Ben and Ross on when they wanted to change the verse ideas because no one was happy with the verse, and then we re-put it together. And I think that you can really hear that it's a kind of song where it's not one idea, it's everyone's ideas that have kind of fused together to make a very diverse, interesting song.
Yeah, and it still very much sounds like you guys as well.
Yeah, I think
it hasn't been a complete shift in direction.
No.
You can tell just straight off this is a Meet Me at Dawn song.
Yeah.
But I think it's a big step up from your previous songs, and like you said, you know your sound now, you know what you want, and I think that definitely shows. Now I want to talk about the guitar solo.
Because the guitar solo.
The guitar solo.
It's very good.
It's insane. It sounds like something even like Slash would be proud of. I was just like, where has this come from?
That's very nice.
He's gonna start crying.
Well, it was very much like I said. Like when we first wrote the song, I literally every time we did it, we had the build up right before the solo from the beginning, and every time I'd just go for it and hit it as hard as I could, and then I'd listen to these guys, and when I'd do something, they'd say, keep that bit, and then next time I do it, they say, oh, keep that bit, and it was basically just keeping all those bits that these guys, and looking around when I was playing and seeing like me play something and Kieran go like, oh, and just like putting it all together. It
definitely has that reaction.
Yeah, and then just kind of putting them all together and going, like I said, right before we recorded it, I sent a thing to Ben just saying like, what about this? And he was like, no, you've got to keep like that held note at the beginning because it just so just listening to other people and kind of realizing that it's not about, this is the big thing for me, it's not about going, everyone, I'm going to show you everything I can do in this one solo, here's every technique I know.
So it's a collaborative guitar solo.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Yeah.
I've never been like that, and I thought I'd actually listen to other people. I'm really trying to do that more recently. And it really is one of those things where if you don't just go to people in the solo like, oh, please, I want you to know that I can do this. If you kind of pull it back and just
because I'm sure it's very tempting just to go all out and do whatever you feel like doing at the time, and maybe even doing that in a live set, just not really sticking to how you originally recorded it, and just using it as an excuse to show off a little bit.
I do rein myself in live and make sure I do the solos, but there are some I'm not going to say which songs because I don't want to ruin anyone's favourite song, but but there are some songs from our past where I'm just kind of listening to them just like, you were trying so hard to get people to know that you could do that one thing. You really wanted everyone to know that Jake can do this. So that I'm happy with the solo simply because I listened to other people and I kind of took a step back, and I'm very glad you liked it, and that was what I wanted. I wanted people to like it rather than me going, oh, I showed them I could do this. That was the main thing.
Yeah, and it just comes out of nowhere as well. Like the progressive build up to it as well. Obviously, I was expecting a solo, but a solo of that caliber is definitely a huge step up, I think.
That's a lovely compliment. So thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
I don't get a lot of compliments on my solos. So that was very
good. But I suppose if it was a group effort, then everyone kind of deserves.
Yeah. What I wanted to say, I can't remember who did the build up because the build up does really make the beginning of the solo.
That was Ben's idea, and I think because he had a really I remember he came into practice one day and he said, yeah, boss, I've been thinking of doing this sort of like flam thing on the snare for the solo, and I was like, oh yeah, play it
military,
to me.
That military stuff.
Yeah. It has a very interesting snare drum pattern on that, and in the recording, when we were recording it, we didn't do that bit separately, but I think we just did the whole thing a few times just to make sure all the fills he did, and especially that bit, just came out perfectly. And I think I think we nailed it, because I'm really happy with the drum sound, especially.
We should make a point to mention that the fourth member of our band, Ben, is not here, unfortunately, but obviously you're going to hear the song and his parts on this, and he is obviously a very key part. We've mentioned him loads of times already, but he is a very key part of the band, and he put a lot of work into this song, as did everyone. Yeah. So we miss you, Ben, wherever you are.
Love you, Ben.
Yeah.
Have fun at work.
Yeah, so it seems like you've all kind of come together with ideas, and you've just all listened to each other and just crafted this in a way that highlights all your strengths. Because usually,
definitely,
like you said before, some songs are more, that was their song, this song's my song, but this song is completely all of yours.
Yeah, we're definitely trying to do that more, just like just collaborate more, and like not boss each other around as such, but just say like, oh hey, I like when you do this thing and not when you do this thing, and then it all ends up being collaborative.
Yeah, and I think it definitely shows all of your strong points throughout the song.
Yeah.
Like you said, with, Ben's drumming, the guitar solo, even Kieran's vocals, because you haven't made him do 1 million songs in one day.
Yeah.
That was that wasn't Ross's fault. I mean, like,
Having said that,
it was one of those things. Like it seemed like a good idea at the time. And
Having said that,
really
there was more input by everyone into the vocals than there usually is.
Definitely.
Like people going like especially in like the last chorus, where I was like, you've got to have a
that end note.
Yeah, I told you
to blast
shout the last note.
Yeah,
it just sends
the song off.
And we just tried it, and it just sounded sick.
Yeah. I think we're just listening to each other more.
Yeah,
becoming nicer people.
Yeah.
My God,
what is happening?
Yeah, I know. Jesus.
Yeah, the vocals are actually recorded in my room. Interestingly enough, because we did everything else in a just studio space that we rented, and then we just did the vocals in my room. I was a bit worried about that at first, about how it would sound, but I think it
I was. But as soon as I heard when you were sort of like getting like the first sort of
the first mix of it,
then I was like, no, this sounds really good.
You can't really tell,
yeah.
Right, so if it's good enough for Architects and While She Sleeps, we can do it. I think.
Yeah, definitely.
I wasn't aware
it's the way a lot of bands do it now. Just self-recorded.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Bedroom singles.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can, to be honest, if you can get something sounding genuinely good with just as little gear possible, it's totally just as valid.
And I think you'd find that a lot more satisfying as well, knowing that
definitely
you've done all this yourselves with no outside help. I mean, sometimes it's nice to get other people's opinions. I think you sent me a rough demo before, and you kind of wanted a little bit of feedback on it, so it's always good to do that.
And we did listen to that, so thank you for that.
Did you actually?
We did. We actually did.
I don't know how clear it is in the mix, but like your idea of doing the gang vocals and the chorus.
Yeah, the group vocals. I could tell there was a little bit.
That definitely adds to it.
So we did actually listen. So feel happy about that. We actually listened, and so you
had an input.
So literally, that's how much we're listening.
That's how collaborative this song is.
You're basically a member of Maybe It Gone.
Yeah, the fifth member.
Yeah. So the elusive fifth member.
Oh God.
So now it's time to play your brand new single. Would you like to introduce it for us?
So Meet Me at Dawn, and this is our brand new single, I Can See the Sun, on local Distortion, coming out on the 25th.
I can see the sun, I 'cause when all is said and done, we will fight under the sun.
That was very good.
Was that better?
That was
That
very
was
good.
great.
The first one was great.
I know it was.
That's out on the 25th.
25th
Yes,
of
yes.
October, yep, everywhere, any platform you can think of.
So that's going to be part of your new EP, isn't it?
Yes,
It is, yeah.
So what can you tell us about this new EP?
We're planning for a early 2018 release. We're still writing a couple of the songs.
And we are what?
We've
we
finished
are
one.
We're 3 songs in.
Well, yeah, we finished.
You can't
Obviously
name
one
them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
We're
the
not
fun-
doing names today.
No, no, we've
no,
got
no,
working
yeah.
titles
Oh,
which are
okay.
somewhat
Yes.
inappropriate.
Yes.
We have actually one of them is properly named, and one of them is, but we've got the single, we've got Who the Fuck is Steve, and we've got
I was
the
waiting for
funky
you to
one.
say it.
Yeah,
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 it is called Who the Fuck Is
yeah,
Steve?
that's the actual title for that song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
He's just so unhappy about it.
yeah. That is the name of the song now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's all we're getting.
That's
Just
all-
that
that's
one
all
song.
we're-
Yeah, basically.
I will say that the single is definitely the most easily accessible of the songs. It does get a bit more, not necessarily heavier, but more progressive. So there are
Yeah,
there's
definitely.
there's some more like clean funk.
Yeah.
There's more heavy riffs. There's more, but it's more progressive. So it's less of a classic rock song structure than
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
the
It's
single.
definitely different stuff to what we've done before,
Yeah.
which we're happy with.
Yeah.
So.
Although that being said, I mean, some of the other songs on the EP we're taking a completely different direction. We've got one that's completely almost funk or jazz based.
like completely clean guitar almost.
Yeah.
much-
Interesting.
Because we're really just trying to explore as many genres as we're interested
Yeah.
in, whilst still being a consistent band.
To maybe branch out into a different kind of audience as well.
Yeah,
potentially.
yeah, exactly.
Potentially, yeah.
None of us want to be so fixed on trying to become more, like get a bigger audience that we don't explore every avenue of music that we all want to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm.
No, you have to do that to progress and to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want to be like, oh, we're a rock band, we can only play rock, so
Yeah.
take out the funk,
Yeah.
take out the
Yeah, exactly.
Everything
progressiveness,
else.
I mean,
Because I mean, it's more fun for us that way. We get to explore more musical backgrounds, and it's just makes them more accessible to other people. So
Definitely, yeah. No, it's always a good thing to do that.
Mm.
All right, so that's it, guys. Thanks for coming down.
and
Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
thanks
you
for
very
having
much
us.
for having us, yeah.
And where can everyone follow you on social media and all that jazz?
At Meet Me at Dawn on Twitter, Meet Me at Dawn on Facebook, Meet Me at Dawn on Instagram as well. It's the same pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Mimi Adorn UK on YouTube, which we
Don't
have.
forget the UK.
We have
very important.
studio diaries for the single for I Can See the Sun.
Yeah,
that you
yeah.
can
If you want to go
watch.
check those out, and
Yeah.
document the recording process
Yeah.
a little bit.
All of our songs are also on there. We've got live videos and everything.
Yeah,
a
we're on
couple of
SoundCloud.
music videos.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
SoundCloud, Bandcamp too. If any of you use those. So.
Oh, yes.
Someone must
Yes.
Yes, people do use them.
That one person.
That one guy. Shout out to that one guy.
And you've also done a podcast interview with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
You've done a previous interview very much similar to this kind of thing. Where we were talking about your last single.
Yeah.
So check that out as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, you'll be back in very soon to do some more stuff with us. I'm
and
sure.
if you do like the new single, we don't care where you listen to it. We don't care if you steal it online. We don't care. Just listen to the new song.
Show it to everyone.
You can
show
have
it
it
to all your
any
friends.
way you like. We do
show
not
it to your
care.
parents. Show your granddad. Honestly, he'll love it.
My granddad loves it, so your granddad will love it.
tell all your
Is that our new
friends.
marketing strategy now?
I don't care if they
Music
steal
for
it.
granddads.
I don't
Music for
care if they
granddads.
steal it. They can have it for free. I don't care as long as if they listen to it and like it, they can have it any way they want.
Okay.
Yeah, go on then.
Fair enough. Okay, so yeah, please subscribe to this awesome YouTube channel for more interviews, live sessions. We do everything on this channel. We're amazing.
Big up local Distortion.
Yeah.
And also, if you want to help out support the channel, buy those lovely t-shirts.
Yeah,
By
these are very cool,
Jake
very
himself.
comfortable t-shirts. And if you're a band, get down here because it's a good laugh.
Definitely. And like us on Facebook, we're on
Yeah.
Twitter, we do a lot of behind the scenes stuff on Instagram as well. Alright, thank you very much guys.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
having us.
Thank you.